Hi there, good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So, we're doing the mini series that we've been doing. This will be our third episode of album runs, and this is going to feature two bands that I like a lot. One is Camel. This is their album run featuring their second studio album, Mirage. Then their third studio album, The Snow Goose. Their fourth studio album, Moon Madness. I like the cover on this one quite a bit too. And then their final one in the run, Rain Dances. And their competitor tonight is going to be a neo-prog band from the 80s, and we're talking about Marillion. So this is their debut album, A Script for the Jesters tier. The second album in the run is Fugazi. The third album in the run is Misplaced Childhood, and I got it right tonight. I don't normally do that. I usually get it mixed up. And then the last one in the run is Clutches with Straws. So which one of these do I think is a better run? Well, we'll start with the Camel again. So I think this album is a must-own album. An album that if you have a prog collection, without this album, you're missing this, and you should have it. If nothing else, it's their heaviest album, has some of their best tracks, and it's currently in my playlist, and I suspect when all's said and done, this will end up being my favorite Camel album. Probably destined to be a masterpiece. Next one up is this one, Snow Goose. So I think the instrumentation on here is really good. It's a nice, well put together album, but it has no vocals on it, and so can only really hope to really just even get my attention would be good. Maybe one or two of the tracks will kind of stick in my claw, but I've had it now for about 3 years. I think it's pretty decent, but I don't go to it very often just for that reason. The third album up on the list is Camel's Moon Madness. This is probably currently my favorite album by them. It was also the first one that I put in the playlist. Lots of good stuff on here. It's a little bit more pastoral in nature than the previous two, but some really good stuff on here. And the bonuses are great too. Not to mention, I think this album covers one of their better ones. So Moon Madness is the number 3 one. And then the last one is the newest one to my collection. If I was doing it, I probably would have started with the debut album, which I like a lot. This one I could end up liking a lot. I don't know. I've only listened to it twice, so it doesn't have a huge impact on me yet. Although I think it's going to be a decently good album. So that's my take on the 4 runs albums from Camel. Now we'll go to Marillion here. So Marillion is starting from the beginning of their discography and going to their 4th one, which coincidentally coincides with Fish leaving the band. I never really got into the Steve Hogarth version of Marillion. I have 3 of their albums. None of them have resonated with me. I may get the one that came after the Fish era one, but at this point in time, none of those albums have really measured up to me. This was the first neo-prog album I ever owned. I owned it on cassette back in the early 80s and never went really beyond that with other bands. I liked it then. I like it now. I really like it now. It's destined to be a masterpiece for me. It's got some of my favorite Marillion songs on here. He Knows You Know, and Chelsea Monday and Garden Party, all really good. Well, this whole album's pretty strong, actually. So that's the first studio album by them. The second one was the most recent one in my playlist, Fugazi. I like this. The first 3 tracks I like a lot. The next 4 tracks I kind of like. They're pretty good. This is a strong album. I don't know if it's as strong as the debut album, but I do like some tracks on here quite a bit, as well as the art on both of these two, I think, is the best. Then you've got Misplaced Childhood. Many would say this is their magnus opus. I will not argue that point. I do like this album a lot. The cover is good. I just think the other two previous covers were a little bit better. But this has some of my favorite Marillion songs. Pseudo Silk Kimona, which opens up really great track. It's got the two kind of hits on it, Kylie and Lavender, which are both pretty good. Bittersweet is good. Heart of Lotham is also good. And Blind Curve I like quite a bit too. Yeah, so this is a strong, strong album. Probably destined to be a masterpiece as well. And then the final album in the collection, Clutches at Straws, is the heaviest of the four albums. Initially, when I first heard it, I thought this was going to be the best. It hasn't done as well as I thought it would, but it's still a strong album. You've got Incommunicado, which I think is fantastic. White Russian is really good. This album is a little bit darker than the other ones. Not that they aren't dark to begin with, but I just think this one is a bit of a darker album overall. Clutches at Straw. This is my least favorite of the album covers. This is kind of a tough look here going on, but still a pretty strong album. Maybe the heaviest of the four albums too. So that's the Marillion run. So now I got to decide which run is better. Well, I think if you've been following this video and you know me, you know that this is a runaway run for me. I love all four of these albums. I think each of them has a really good potential to make masterpiece. At least two of them will for sure. And then the other two I'm not quite sure about, but very strong discography. So to me, they got to win. I think they're just a little better, and not because I necessarily think they're a better band than Camel. I don't. It's just I'm not as familiar with the discography. The two albums that this one here I'm gotten into and I've been listening to, so it's starting to make its headway. This one I wasn't as crazy about because of the instrumentation. This one is destined, I think, to be a masterpiece. And this one is still relatively new to me, so it's difficult to rate it. So going up against Marillion was tough on them because of those circumstances. But I still think I like the Marillion better. And that's my choice for who has the better four-album run. So if you like, you can make comments about either Camel or Marillion. Either one's fine about the album runs. Or you can just give your opinion as to which one you think is better. Or you can say anything you want to me. That would be fine. But try not to insult my mother or anything. It just bothers me a little bit. Please hit the like and subscribe button. That's much appreciated. And we'll be back next week with episode 4. This series was originally going to be a six episode series. But since Ben will be leaving the channel at the end of Who Did It Better, and we got 6 episodes like that, so we're going to continue with this series and do as many episodes as we can right up till that final week. So I hope to see you all then. Take care, have yourself a good evening, and good night here from the Prog Monster.